Hi, my name is Fanani Chambiti. In this video essay, I will be discussing my research topic for my master's research project under the theme The Slice of Life, a South African Archive. The title of my research is Dingumoya, I am Spirit. My research topic is African spirituality and its African spiritual guiders. African indigenous spirituality is a repository of all cultures and traditions in an African context. According to African indigenous spirituality, the spiritual realm is heavily involved in the daily operations of the physical realm. It is also the recognition that there are ancestors who died having lived an immoral life, and will come forward in a manner in which they were when they lived, but with an option of being cleansed. It is the recognition and understanding that African indigenous spirituality informs every aspect of an African's life, including African culture, tradition, economy, and politics. Unlike religion, African indigenous spirituality is revealed rather than learned, and it has its own spiritual designated teachers known as African indigenous spiritual guiders. This topic is important to me because I know I am spirit. However, I cannot speak directly to my ancestors, and the great deity is Tungi's. Therefore, I must be guided by a spiritual guider, as they are entitled to their calling. The people in the images are the many Imboni that previously lived, and the figure in the middle is the current Imboni, Inkosi Yamakosi, Dr. Ozwi who is the current Imboni and the highest of the hierarchy of spiritual gifted people. I realize that people don't know what the word Imboni means. Imboni, what is it? Imboni is known as someone who has the gift of seeing, and it must run in the family. Introvitni 2023. Imboni, when translated, means a seer. People mistake Imboni for a prophet. The difference is that a prophet speaks in the name of God, while Imboni is mandated by the spirit guides who are mandated by the Creator. While a prophet foretells future events which God had willed, Imboni reteaches the ways of the past in order to journey on earth with spiritual wisdom and to spiritually reveal what is to come so as to better prepare the nation and to offer spiritual direction by African hidden voices. Many argue that the age of Aquarius began in the year 2012, 2000, or before that. Mathematically, there is no definitive answer on when the shift from Pisces age to Aquarius age happened, but there are signs. But dividing the great year into 12 astrological ages allows us to see that there is a total number of around 2,160 years, but we'll estimate it to 2,000 years. Essentially, every 2,000 years, the world shifts into a new zodiac age. The Piscean age was a time where children would follow what their parents and what their parents practiced. This could be a religion, an ideology, or a culture, where all the people could do was follow without question. A line from Jaipal Dudeja's article says that everything one learns from home, going back to generations that lived during the Pisces age and the Aries age, has been colored by this Piscean frame of reference, and now that is all changing. The relevance of this shows how critical it is to pay attention to matters that lie beyond physicality and materialism. These transitions affect the way humans behave. Astrology is spiritual. Everything around us is spiritual and affects the way society behaves, from the global system that is ruled by politics to the world of academia and everything that revolves around us. Imboni Simon Kimbangu from Congo, DRC, had a spiritual revelation quoted from the book. Simon Kimbangu Le Prophete said that a great king will be born. He will come with these three powers: spiritual power, scientific power, and political power. This is one of the many predecessors who had spiritual revelations that tied to Imboni Inkosi, and there is proof that he is linked to the spiritual world. The spiritual world knows who he is and is sent by the spiritual world. Spiritually gifted individuals do not choose this profession for themselves. They experience a calling from the ancestors, which comes to them in their dreams or visions. They are powerless to resist this calling, for if they do, they will be punished by their ancestors for being disrespectful. They become ill and sometimes they die. Boone, 2007. To link Imboni Simon Kimbangu's spiritual revelation, the Aquarian age is characterized by networks, information, science and technology, and the Aquarius age is the age of information. Dudeja, 2019. It requires a leader who has the qualifications to lead in that era. Some religious scriptures are backward and don't align with today's time. People today want to discover themselves. People are curious about their spirituality, but it requires a wise leader who is rightfully chosen to guide the plenty. Why are Imboni relevant in this era? Imboni are ahead of the world's time. They are the only people who can connect or communicate Nezwe Lomoya, the spirit world. Imboni possesses spiritual wisdom and guidance, and Imboni are born every 100 years, while Inkosi are born after 2,000 years. This is my research question, and I will be using secondary research as my research methodology. There is so much information on the internet today, so much to consume. However, fact-checking is extremely important because some research can be misleading. Because spirituality is such a broad, profound topic, it is very important to know where you are getting the information from and get to know who the speaker is. Are they qualified to be talking about this sensitive subject? The internet today allows everyone to say what they want to, but this is up to the listener to do further research about the topic. My archival material is mainly sourced by African Hidden Voices, a research organization based here in South Africa, funded by the Revelation Spiritual Home. They serve to uncover hidden truths about Africa's spirituality, where it all started, who spiritually gifted people are, and what sets them apart from us, followed by YouTube and TikTok videos, where I will find videos justifying the topic. Virtual reality opens a world of discovery, where every leap in technology reshapes the art of storytelling. I plan to create an immersive learning environment on virtual reality using the research I made about African spirituality. I will tell a story about each Imboni that lived in each era and what was going on in the world around them through 2D drawn animation on Quill or Blender. Thank you so much for watching.